Another edition of Eagle Rewind as we go back to May 23rd, 2019, facing elimination. Man to my left, Jason Goe, put together an all-time OVC tournament performance and allowed Morehead State to advance all the way to the final round of the 2019 OVC Tournament. And with that, welcome in Mr. Jason Goe.
How's it going, Fry?
Jason, how are you this afternoon? And
Doing
we
well.
get to talk about one of my favorite games, and I'm sure it's one of your favorite games from the 2019 season.
Absolutely, yeah.
So first off, what do you remember from this night?
Oh man. There were a couple of really memorable things that I think stuck out outside of the game itself. But I remember that night, I think the humidity just at the ballpark was ridiculous. I remember starting like my prep for my start that day and was sweating within 5 minutes. Like I was like, this is just gonna be a grinder of an afternoon, night game. It's gonna be a tough one, but we were able to pull through, so.
And you said it was a grind. It was a grind all day long for not only you, for the team, complete game, 11 strikeouts, and then the big home run at the end to kind of pull it out.
It's icing on the cake for us, for sure.
Now, going through this, you know it's a very aggressive Murray State lineup. How did you attack them?
I worked ahead. A lot of first pitch strikes. If I was getting ahead, I think I was going to put myself in the driver's seat for the rest of the AB. And I think it also kind of goes back to a little bit of being able to play them earlier in the season, and it was kind of unfortunate. I came out of that start against Murray State in the regular season and felt like I didn't pitch as well as I could have, so I came in with a little bit of a vendetta against them and wanted to prove a point, also not lose because it was an elimination game. But I don't know, both those things definitely played into it for me and fueled a big fire.
You definitely pitched with a vendetta all night. Is your curveball and even your fastball, which is never straight, just running up against the corners and lots of swing and misses, lots of guys staring at the ball all night long. Then you got to wonder, does it also come from the stash you're sporting there, and a little bit of the power? It kind of gives you a little extra juice.
A little bit. I was kind of antagonized by a good friend of mine named Jake Ziegelmeyer, but we both had some good facial hair for that tournament, to say the least.
Yeah. And then going through the course of the game, you got touched up for a home run early, but you didn't let it affect you as you just went and you kept shoving all night.
It was, and that was another thing that I think also kind of stood out was during that game, I felt like I was really dotting my T's, or crossing my T's and dotting my I's in that sense. But there was one kid on that lineup that was just, every time he came to the plate, he was going to put a good swing on something and hit it to the outfield. And lucky for him, he was able to get one over the fence. But
and then the run that tied the game up for you all came from your catcher. Can you talk about the importance of having Hunter behind the plate all night?
It was the most important piece, I think. He was a four-year guy that did everything he could for any of his pitchers. If they came out to the mound, he was going to work as hard as he could from 60 feet, 6 inches away. And he came up and showed up big. So.
You got through the ninth inning, 107 pitches. What is the feeling in the dugout as you all go to bat in the bottom of the ninth?
It was electric. I'm gonna be honest. It was one of the funnest feelings I've ever had on a baseball field. Where the last ball that I threw in that game was a line drive out to our right fielder, and I pretty much threw it and started walking straight to the dugout because I was like we gotta go win a ball game now. We had prepared ourselves so much for that season. It was a fun one.
Did obviously win that ball game and expect to win a bunch more in your career as you get set for the 2021 season. In fall practice now, what are some things you're working on?
As a team, I think we're gaining a lot of communicational skills, which translate emphatically into the game of baseball. I think it's something that if you don't have those at the beginning of the season, it's hard to come by at that point when you get down the road a little bit. But I think we're establishing a lot of good skills in those kind of aspects that are kind of more minor, and then also we're just playing good baseball, I think, right now. I think we've been putting together a lot of good inter squads lately this fall, and it's been a pretty successful one for us so far.
Can't wait to see how hungry the team is in 2021. Jason, thank you for joining us.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Another edition of Eagle Rewind in the books as we look forward to more dog piles like the one in Marion, Illinois. And we want to thank you for joining us and can't wait to see you in the next one.